Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that I'm just happy to be doing on days like this because we have got major gaming news. Today we're discussing Microsoft Xbox buying Activision Blizzard King, ABK. And everyone has an opinion on this. My timeline yesterday was filled with hope and fear and possible scenarios and outcomes and all these different things, but really, truly, we know very little. There's not much information to go on. A lot of it's just speculation. But I feel like today, we should deep dive to learn a bit more. So first, because I know it is on everyone's mind, will Xbox save ABK from itself? And I say that snarkily because even though the dream is that somewhere out there, Phil Spencer and Xbox are going to swoop in and save WoW and save COD and save Activision Blizzard from all the terrible stuff happening there, there's really no evidence for that. We don't know that that's what's going to happen. What we do have evidence for is that this is, at the moment, just a deal between two companies, and financial regulators and the government and all sorts of people have to get involved for reasons that we will discuss later. But right now, that is really all that's happening. And according to Bobby Kotick himself in an email he sent today to employees, transactions like this take a long time. After all the approvals, it could be 2023 before we see anything. And then, of course, he went on to spewing some BS about hosting forums and taking in concerns from the company. You know, lies. And if you weren't already disgusted with him, especially after yesterday's topic where he was secretly firing problematic employees without telling anyone, so it made the company look better, yeah, prepare to get more mad. There is some indication that this has potentially been in the works for a long time. The biggest hint is, remember all those layoffs in 2019 when they fired all the Blizzard employees? What better way to make your company seem like a good potential buy than by lowering the workforce, inflating the profits, and make it seem like you're taking in more money and thus worth more? In fact, remember last year during the height of all this when it seemed that there was another revelation about Blizzard every day, and Phil Spencer said, "We're reevaluating our relationship with Activision Blizzard"? Was that sort of an indication of what was to come? And speaking of Xbox, if you're wondering, what's this government bit? What's this financial regulator thing about? Well, Microsoft is buying up a lot of companies, and that is skirting the line with monopoly, my friends. And monopoly, for those of you who forgot your civics or history lessons, monopolies are bad, especially for consumers. And if you're wondering why I'm a little more worried than excited about all this, it's because I've seen this happen before in real time with Disney. Now, I don't know how it worked for every company or studio that Disney purchased, but when I worked at Maker Studios, the minute they sold to Disney, the people at the top made a fortune and ditched as fast as they could. Disney then discovered that Maker Studios wasn't actually worth nearly as much as they were told, and then they started firing people, dismantling Maker, and soon it was a shell that existed just to house like the top 0.0001% of talent, like PewDiePie and Markiplier. And I don't even know if they're with them anymore. And so then to clarify my worries, Microsoft Xbox comes in, buys ABK for $70 billion, and then someone like Bobby Kotick looks like a genius to the board. He isn't a villain. He isn't a guy who's been covering up all sorts of terrible shit. He is a dude who literally made them a fortune, and now he's a hero to those people. And if he wants, he can walk scot-free, and no one will hold him accountable for anything he's done. And he has that golden parachute and gets away. Meanwhile, all the employees fighting for change who've been working their asses off, they're going to get change, but it's going to be more people getting fired. That's what I worry about this whole situation. And honestly, I don't know it's as great for gaming as people were thinking yesterday when they were tweeting about it. It'll be interesting. It'll certainly be interesting what this all means in regards to the next few years of gaming, and more importantly for big franchises like World of Warcraft or Call of Duty, or all of the mobile games that come with the King side of things. How's that going to mix with Xbox? And what are we going to see change-wise there? And that's it. Truly, in the end, the only thing we know for certain is that there will be changes. Whether they are good or bad, I guess we're going to have to find out together. That's it for 5 Minute Gaming News. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another episode.